Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 9, called Wigging Out. All right. We are on day 15 of marriage. So we starting off with Brennan and Emily. So it comes to find out they're going to be moving into the apartment together with the suggestion from Pastor Cal. Obviously, because we seen Brendan wasn't trying to move in last week. So for the sake of the marriage, he going to be moving in. She going to be moving in. Hopefully things could go well. We going to find out. We then move on to Emily. She sits down with her friend Sophie for breakfast to discuss how marriage been going for her thus far. So the friend gives her advice to be patient, give him space, all that. Homegirl been giving him plenty of space. Hasn't been working out, Sophie. Thank you for the advice, but we don't have that much time. Okay, this is supposed to be 8 weeks. 8 weeks may seem like a long time, but in actuality, if you go through life, 8 weeks goes by quick. So in an 8-week experiment, being patient, giving him space, we don't got time for that. So yes, they're gonna have to move in if they want to make anything work, because if they didn't move in, they're gonna be just like Lauren and Orion's ass. We then move on to Claire and Cameron. She surprises him at work with some food, and he gives her a tour of his little shop and says he has a project for them to do together. So that's why, when I seen that part where he's like, okay, giving her glasses for them to work on a bike together, I'm just like, so you knew she was coming over, or was this really a surprise? That's why sometimes I'll just be like, okay, she's going to bring him food, but if he was already thinking of a project, it's like, it seemed like he was expecting you to begin with. But okay, whatever, let me not overthink things, because people tell me I overthink things too much. So, okay, they work on this little bikey bike, and Claire says it's attractive that, he's in his element, seems so passionate about what he's doing. So it's attractive to her. I said, wow, that's nice, Claire, but we all know that's still not good enough for y'all to get to where y'all want to be in regards to this marriage thing. So, okay, you can tell us whatever you want. We're going to move right along because I don't got time for the BS. We then move on to Austin and Becca. They have lunch with Becca's friends because it's Becca's birthday. So it's kind of like a birthday lunch dinner type thing. And comes to find out they haven't had sex yet. What a big surprise. I don't think no one's had sex yet in this whole season. Whatever, it's okay. At this point, we already know the whole season is trash at this point. So we're not surprised. It's okay. Austin goes to get more drinks or whatever. And, the friends talk with Becca. They love Austin. Becca said they haven't fallen in love yet. They don't say I love you yet. Listen, it's okay. It's only been 15 days. It's okay. I understand y'all married and stuff, but for normal processing of getting to know someone and just meeting them 15 days ago, it's understandable that you're not in love yet or haven't said I love you yet. Okay, we'd be actually looking at you side-eyed, kind of crazy, if you did say I love you or you're in love with them. I mean, granted, y'all been spending 24 hours, 7 days a week with each other at this point for like 2 weeks. So sometimes people can get to that point, but we're not going to be looking at you any type of way that you haven't gotten there yet. But I feel like she's kind of okay with it, but at the same time, a little like, yeah, we're not there yet. It's okay. And, she's usually quick to have sex. It's okay, Becca. Just take a deep breath. And, if you keep going in the pace you're going, you will get there eventually. So then we get to day 16 of marriage. Okay. And Emily and Brennan move into their apartment. Emily brings her whole house to the apartment. From what Brennan said, bringing like 18 bags where he brought like 2 bags. So he kind of stressed out about that. But lets us know in the confessional that, he did say he will never get a divorce. So he's in this marriage and doesn't know what else to do. And for me, I'm just like, okay, I'm taking that as because of the fact that you said you would never divorce. That's why you're staying in this marriage, not necessarily because you want to stay in this marriage and make it work. And I'm just like, it's only been 16 days at this point. So are you already kind of giving up, but kind of just like, I'm already here, so I'm just going to do what I have to do, like just be stagnant? And if that's the case, then you just need to be out of the marriage, okay? Because there's no point in staying in a marriage that you don't want to be in. Like, that doesn't work for either you nor the person you're in a marriage with. But he going to try to stick beside her, stick it out, maybe for the contract, who knows? But they didn't talk about, I'm sorry. I just really can't, because to me, it's just like, you're letting us know literally You're only here because you said you will never get a divorce. So that's implying that you don't want to be here. So I feel like when people talk about they don't want to be somewhere, like in a relationship, then why stay in the relationship? Especially you got nothing tying you down. Y'all met 16 days ago. What are we doing here? But whatever. Emily then makes mention that he takes long showers. He explains that he be processing stuff when he be taking the showers. So she's like, oh, if you're going to be taking longer showers, then I'm going to be concerned. Emily, honestly, after what he said last week, you should already be concerned, okay? The way he reacted when you asked, does he like to have fun? You should be concerned. The way he acted when you went to his house to see his place and he was looking like, when you gonna leave my place, you should be concerned. So I'm just saying, you now saying, oh, you're gonna be concerned. You should have been concerned from the get-go. The man don't want you. And he only here because he said he will never get a divorce. You should been concerned and still be concerned to the end of time. Especially the way after that with the housewoman. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Anything else to take from? No, we're gonna move on. I don't know what Lauren and Orion doing in this episode, to be honest, and I don't know what they're gonna be doing in the next episode. We can't boot y'all off like Michael from like the first couple episodes. What y'all still doing here? Y'all say y'all want to get divorced. What else? What else is there to talk about? But okay, they sit down with their friends, and family to talk and whatnot. Orion lets us know his mom and his sister feel bad for him that he didn't get what he wanted out of this. We don't care. We don't care. He did say he's not open to meeting anyone else right now because, there was a lot of genuine feelings for Lauren and it hurts. Does it really, Orion? Does it really? Because you say this, but you couldn't make it work. So what exactly hurts? And what genuine feelings did you have for Lauren that you couldn't make it work if you really had genuine feelings? I'm not buying none of that. We're going to move on to Lauren. She's telling us, she feels a lot of pain and resentment. She tears up. And look, thank you, friend, family, the female that she was talking to. Because the female tells her that she's still a bad bitch, okay? And she shouldn't let somebody like Orion bring her down, and it's all his fault. I say amen to that. And for me, I just want to put this sign on. I want to say this to you, Lauren, if you ever watch this. The fact that you've been crying these past few episodes, and honestly, I have a question for you. Like, why? I don't care what Orion says about genuine feelings all that. To let somebody who don't care about you, who could give one less, who couldn't even give one F about you, bring you to tears, and you're gonna be crying next week. I'm in flabbergasted because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cry over somebody who don't care for me, who's so quick to be like, oh, I don't want this marriage. We can't move past this when we already moved past it. But because, now you're in the wrong for something. Now you're going to have to play victim again. Put me back in the wrong for something that we got over from like a few days ago. Like, nah, bro. You going to be trying to play with me like that? You going to try to gaslight me like that? And then when the end of marriage and stuff and like not even try all that stuff, talking about the community, all that. When you said stuff about my community, like come on. And I'm going to cry Lauren, please stop the crying because F him. Forget about Orion. Just like Orion forgot about you. Okay? Homeboy only talk about you when somebody mention it. Because other than that, I bet he's, right back at his mama's house doing whatever he do in the basement or wherever he at in the mama's house. Who cares? Like, don't be worried about, like, don't be crying over someone like Orion. No. Let's pause right here. Let's sit in this for a little bit. You crying over a homeboy who lives with his mama, who says he wants to do 80-20 in a marriage and all that stuff, but letting you know it's gonna take some time because he not there yet, but thought he was ready for married at first sight. Let's just sit in that. Let's process this real quick, because to me it's like, for why we stressing over homeboy? Why we crying over homeboy? Ain't nothing to cry about. You should be praising to Jesus that you got out when you did. That's gonna be somebody else's problem now. Now you get to be free, and now that you got the exposure you needed because you're a beautiful woman, people gonna be in your DMs, girl. You gonna be okay. You gonna be like Paige, and you're gonna be moving on and finding your forever person, getting pregnant, all that stuff. So look at this as just this is the hell you had to walk through real quick to get to the garden and stuff. That I'm trying to say this in a nice philosophical type of way, but clearly not working. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, Lauren, forget that man. Move on, you're gonna be fine. We didn't get to Emily and Brennan. They go shopping for their housewarming party, and they decide to have a wig theme. What? Okay, yeah, that's okay. And he's being playful, trying on different wigs and whatnot. So Emily feels that he's trying, and it means that he cares for her in the marriage, and he's gonna try more in the marriage. Whatever you say, Emily. Okay, we go. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. He cares, and definitely gonna try the marriage. Yeah. Yes. Sure. Yes. Emily. Okay. Yes, that's exactly what that means. We're gonna go on to day 17 of marriage, and Claire and Cameron theme for their housewarming party is anything but a cup party. Whatever. Listen, Emily and Brennan having a wig theme, so everything but a cup. Which one would I prefer? I guess the wig. I guess. I mean, you could be very creative, but like, just give me a regular cup. Like, I don't got time to try to figure out something else to put my drink in. Like, I'll go to the wig theme party, even though that didn't even turn out well. Anyway, so they're setting up. We then move to Austin and Becca. They talk about their housewarming party, to try to set up and whatnot. We get back to Emily and Brennan. They're preparing for the housewarming party and they talk. Then we move back on, back zigzags. We then get to Cameron and Claire. So Cameron walks in. I guess he was supposed to bring the food, and Claire was like, "Did you bring the food?" He said no. So she's like, "You had one job." So I guess for his reasoning is just like, well, the party is not until a few hours from now, so why don't I just get the food when it's closer to the time of the party so it could be hot and fresh? Which I can understand, but it's like, did you already have that set? Did you call the restaurant to pick it up at a certain time right before the party? Like, but he didn't do none of that. So Claire asked that he bring his anything but a cup, and he said he was supposed to bring like a Folgers thing, and he didn't bring it. So Claire was like, "Did you get anything prepared for the party that we planned that you were supposed to do?" Nope. Excuse me. Anyway, so then that's when he talks about, okay, let me look up a restaurant, and I guess they didn't give him an option to choose when he would pick it up. So it said it's going to be ready in 15 minutes, but the party's like 2 hours from then. And Claire is just stressed. Cameron thinks it's because, she's stressed about him meeting her friends, but she says it's just because she likes everything to be set and prepared and ready to go. And the fact that he's not really helping her in that, it's stressing her out a little bit. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to be with Claire on this because I'm someone that's very particular about things. I do always say I have OCD because I'm a person, I like to be places on time. So much so I will get there early. No matter what time you tell me, even though I know about CPT time, Haitian people time, all that, I will get there before the time you tell me. Even though if you say, look, I know you like to get there early, Victoria. I said on the invitation it's for 6 o'clock, but the party really not going to start till 7. I will get there by 5:45. I just have a problem, and I don't mind being there early because I get to scope out things. I get to choose whatever seat I want to sit in. And, because I've been there from the beginning, I can have a great escape afterwards. I could be there for the festivities. I'm not going to be there to the end. It's very rare if I'm there at the end. But I get Claire on that. I like to be there early. I like to get things. If it's me throwing the shindig, which is... I don't like throwing things because that means I have to be there for the whole thing and I have to clean up and no. But the few times I have hosted things, yes, I like everything to be prepared before anybody comes. because since I'm a person that comes early, I like things to be prepared before that first person comes. So I get her on being stressed, and I do react the same way. I would admit, like, did you get the food? You were supposed to bring the food. This is that. When you gonna order food? Because it's coming in. Okay, so I definitely get where she's coming from, and I am like her. But at the same time, she did understand, like, okay, yeah, I get why. She says later on in the episode, like, she understands why he probably should have got the food right before the guests came, because then it could have stayed hot. So anyway, we move on to Becca and Austin's housewarming party. It seems to go well. Austin talks with Becca's friends. Becca talks with Austin's friend. The only big thing that they have is the fact that Austin is Christian, and she's just nervous because Christians tend to treat certain people certain type of ways. Austin's friend says he's an atheist, but Austin's still his best friend. They never had issues, so I guess that relaxes Becca a bit, even though she seemed relaxed when she was talking with Pastor Cal. But okay, that's something y'all just gonna have to navigate, okay? Because at this point, it is what it is. He's Christian. I forgot what she said she is. Listen, if y'all haven't had no issues thus far, why would you have an issue? Like, if you really have an issue, why not talk to him about, okay, how do you feel? Because I feel like she's saying this in regards to, like, gay people. How do you feel about gay people? This, that. Which I don't feel like Austin has a problem with gay people. And she kind of insinuated that he doesn't really have a problem. She doesn't get that from him. So, okay, so you're just making your assumptions and putting it on him when it seems like he's not what your assumptions are. But okay, that's something that seems like you just have to have a conversation with him that y'all really haven't had that conversation with together. And I don't know why, because you can have it behind closed doors. But that's for y'all to figure out. We then move on to Emily and Brandon's housewarming party. And Emily mentioned at the beginning of the housewarming party that she moved all her stuff in the apartment by herself. And, even with her bad wrist. So, the friends was kind of like, red flag. And, everybody puts on their wigs. And then we get to Emily talking with Brennan's friends and Brennan talking with Emily's friends. So it looks like Emily has a good talk with Brennan's friend. But as far as Brennan with Emily's friends, that didn't go so well because they immediately was on him, like, for not helping her move her things into the apartment, even with the housewarming. It seems like she was doing everything, like putting the food out and whatnot. Brennan was like, I took the stuff out. I took all the food out of the oven, though. Okay, but can you explain not helping her with her bags? Because he was there when she was bringing her bags in. He seemed a little stressed, but I'm just like, yeah, you mentioned she brought 18 bags. She brought two. So why not help her with the few bags or the 18 bags that she was bringing in? So you just stood there and watched her bring in the 18 bags. What is with these men? Okay, first you got Cameron not helping Claire at the airport. Now you, now you got Brennan not helping Emily. I don't know. Maybe the men in Colorado just built differently. I don't know, but I'm just like, so nobody's chivalrous in this season. That's what I'm getting from this. It's just we're not helping nobody. I mean, I would hope my man would help me if I'm bringing in 18 bags and he only has two. But I mean, would I ask? I'm the type of person, I really don't ask for help, even though I need help. I don't know if I would ask. So maybe that's why she didn't ask, and maybe Claire didn't ask either. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these men in Denver, Colorado, but looks like y'all ain't it. Okay. But Brendan feels attacked. He gets on the defense mode, and the friends are asking him his, like, true intentions for being in this marriage or coming on Married at First Sight. And it really don't go to nowhere. I mean, they cuss a little bit at each other, and he feels like Emily's telling them BS. That's why they're coming at him. They say, Emily didn't tell them nothing. They're just trying to look out for their friend and whatnot. And I'm just like, y'all have valid questions. I'm not going to say y'all don't. But in the same sense, because Brendan is a sensitive person and I too am a sensitive person, I can see where he feels attacked, because it's like, at this point, it's 2 against 1. I think, not that it would be better. Well, it might be better with 1 against 1, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know y'all don't know me, and y'all coming at me like all this and stuff is like, that's not cool. So on one hand, I can understand them for wanting to have their friends back, but at the same time, it's just like, don't try to come at me, bro, with any type of like, oh, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, because obviously that's gonna make anybody in the defense. So that's why it's just I can't be too much on Brendan for that, because it's just like I get it. So no resolution comes from this. I don't think they really apologize to each other for that, but we're gonna move on to Claire and Cameron's housewarming party. So we get to the question of, is the food warm? He left it in the oven and the oven's warm, but it's like the food is like 5 hours old and there's nachos and stuff, so it's gonna be kind of cold. Claire says she's gonna eat it anyway. Okay, cool. Uh, and whatchamacallit. So sorry, sinus problems. But anyway, one of Claire's friends comes because we find out Cameron's friends not coming because they have something to do or whatnot, and it's just like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not surprised just because of the fact that we've seen how the wedding went. It was really just friends. There wasn't no family, so it's like he don't really got that much people. So the fact that no one came to the housewarming party, I'm not surprised. Okay, cool. So one of her friends comes before the other two guys come, and all her friends are therapists. So one of the friend immediately, the one friend that first came, she immediately goes into so how's your relationship with your father as a joke, but then he admits like, I mean, we don't really have none. And then she asked them, do they know that he's like on the show and whatnot? He said no, because how you gonna tell somebody on their deathbed that you coming on Married at First Sight? Claire was surprised because she's like, wow, first off, you didn't tell me that your father doesn't know. Second off, you didn't tell me that your father was on his deathbed. And at first, I was like, well, Claire, did you ask him? Because you don't seem like a person that's gonna ask him about his family for him to tell you that. Excuse me, but I'm going to be corrected later on in this episode, so I can't really go too in on that because I'm going to, So she lets us know that, she's kind of confused that he wouldn't tell her that, because that seemed like something that he should tell her in private as opposed to like just bringing it out in the open with someone else there, which I can admit. But like I said, at the time I was kind of like, but did you ask him though? But I get corrected, I could admit when I was wrong in a situation. I was wrong here for like looking at Claire like, girl, you don't seem like the person that would ask him about that to begin with anyway. But we then get to her guy friends coming over. They're having a good conversation. Everything seems chill. Then Claire talks with her female friend. Cameron talks with the guy friends. And it looks like the only main issue that he really has is in regards to religion. And when they have kids, that, he doesn't want to raise his kids religiously versus her who wants to raise their kids religiously. I'm going to be very honest in asking this question. Are we even going to get to the point where y'all have kids? Y'all going to last these 8 weeks? I mean, I understand we have to have this conversation, okay? Do you want kids? Yes. How many kids you want? You want to raise them, this, that. I understand, having these conversations. But for me, I'm just like, are we even get to the point y'all going to even have kids? Are we going to get to the point y'all even like kiss, to be honest with you? Because I'm like, I don't see it. Like I said, I think I said last week or the week before, they could be a slow burning couple that gets to, make things work. But, sometimes I be talking out the side of my neck too, because I don't see it. It could happen. I could be wrong. Like I said, I've been wrong plenty of times. But I'm like, y'all having this disagreement, I guess, issue, but it's just like, y'all not even gonna get there. Like, I don't even see y'all getting there. So why we this shouldn't even really be an issue, because there ain't gonna be no issue, because y'all not gonna be doing none of this. But okay, sure. And did she say something else? No, that was the only thing. And Claire was letting the friend know that she wished she would have told her that in private about the dad being on the deathbed. So then we move on to Beck and Austin. They clean up and talk. Claire and Cameron, they talk about the housewarming party, and Claire brings up him not bringing up his dad being on his deathbed, and she's like, I asked you about your parents before. And this is where I got corrected, because sure enough, it shows that, in the beginning, she asked him about, does his parents know and whatnot. And that's where he said, yeah, they know, and they have their own little separate thing, like separate wedding type of ceremony back at home. So that's when she said, okay, cool, I would love to do that. So you lied, Cameron. That's what I got from this. You lied because you said they know. And you said your dad doesn't know. Does your mom know, Karen? Because if your mom doesn't know either, you lied. Mm-hmm. You didn't have to go in depth right away about why and stuff, but you said they knew, but clearly they don't know. Red flag. I don't know if Claire clocked that because she's a therapist. So I would assume you lied. You lied, Cameron. But anyway, anything else to take from that? Cameron just let us know in the confessional that he has feelings for Claire. He finds her very attractive, but he don't really feel that the feelings are reciprocated. So he doesn't feel that he doesn't know why he should build something if it's like not there on her end. Which I feel like he has told her before, so I will give him that benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, if you don't feel like you have to build on something, or you don't feel why you should try to build on something because you don't feel the feelings reciprocated, why are we here? Therein lies the question I always have for these people on this dang show. Why, if you're not trying to build something, why are we here? You should be like Orion's ass and end stuff and end it. Okay? Orion just ending it because there is something per his words. He has genuine feelings and stuff, and she's trying, and he just didn't want to try. Like, you feel like, not that you don't want to try, it's just like you feel like, I'm not gonna try if she's not gonna try. Then why are we here? What are we wasting our time for, Cameron? Why? I don't understand. I don't, because if you're not trying to try, and clearly I feel like she trying to try, but it's like she just don't have the genuineness feelings trying. She's just trying because she's here. I don't know what to do with these people. I don't. At this point, I'm just like, Cameron, then don't be here if you're not trying to, like, I don't know. I mean, hopefully these experts can help. But I don't have no advice. My advice, get a divorce. Like, and I feel like that's so wrong of me to say, but I'm like, if we're not even trying, what's the point? Like, I don't get it. But okay, that's it with them. We get to Emily and Brennan. They talk about the housewarming party. Emily apologizes on behalf of her friends, and Brendan says there's nothing to apologize for, and he appreciates that Emily was having his back, and she was explaining that that was kind of uncalled for her friends to do, and she could understand that there was just having her back, and they was just trying to protect her and whatnot, but she does apologize that they didn't need to come at him like that, whatnot. So he appreciates that. Is that gonna make him like her more? Absolutely not. Okay, I was gonna say probably not, to be nice. I feel like I have to just be 100% raw with you guys. Absolutely not. But maybe this will make them more in connection with each other, or he's gonna think like maybe this can help them, but it's like you're not really feeling her, so it's not really gonna do nothing, but it may help you be more cordial with her, because the way you was acting last week was just completely 180 from how you was acting on the honeymoon and at the wedding and whatnot. So with these three couples, we don't know, man. From other reviewers, they said Austin ain't really feeling Becca like that. I don't know what was going on with his little mustache this week, but he trying something new. Do I like it? No. But that's not for me to like. That's for Becca to like. I feel like Becca gonna like anything, really. No offense, Becca, but she's just a very easygoing, happy-go-lucky person. So for the most part, I feel like Austin can do no wrong in her eyes and whatnot. So she probably, like the little mustache on him. She probably thinks in her head, they can do it for foreplay, even though they ain't doing no play. But that's it. And Claire and Cameron, y'all don't even be talking about kids. Y'all ain't gonna get there. Emily and Brennan, I don't even feel like Emily's even in the friend zone stage. I don't know what's going on with them. We're gonna find out throughout the rest of the episodes. Michael is long gone. We don't even know about him, which is okay. Lauren and Orion, they're gonna be back next week. Why? I don't know. But this is Married at First Sight season 17, guys. We here. We're gonna be back next week. That's it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Sorry for all the nasally stuff. We're gonna get it. We're gonna come back correct next week, okay? We're gonna come back correct. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. Okay, I really appreciate you if you do. If you don't, it's okay. because you may not like the nasally that you heard this review. Come back next week. I'm gonna be 100% better. I promise you. And I'm gonna have more jokey jokes to make you laugh. So then you can subscribe next week, okay? Comment down below what you thought about this episode. And be easy breezy lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.